Sarasota will forever be linked to the events of 9/11 because then President Bush was at a local school when he first received word of the Trade Center attacks. SNN Local News 6 reporter Grant Boxleitner has been tracking down people who remember his visit, along with a local police officer who was at Ground Zero at the height of the attacks to get their reaction to the death of Osama bin Laden.
The death of al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden is bringing back memories of 9/11. President Bush began his day right here in Sarasota at Booker Elementary School reading to second graders. Booker data coach Dwayna Washington and teacher Patricia Varley were there, telling SNN the day began with promise.
We are very proud to be chosen, selected by the president to announce his reading initiative, and it was just, I guess it waited a little bit more, so it was kind of overwhelming.
It was overwhelming. It was very exciting for the staff, for the students, and everybody was all primed and prepped up, to see the president.
Mariah Williams is a junior at Sarasota Military Academy. She was in that classroom when the president was reading and first heard the news that thrust the U.S. into the war on terrorism.
All I remember was the reading part, and when the guy came in and told him what happened, and then he got like a look on his face and then he left.
The attacks are still fresh in the mind of former Sarasota Police Chief Peter Abbott. He's a former executive officer of the NYPD. He responded to the World Trade Center shortly after the first plane plunged into the North Tower.
When I got about a block away, I heard the second explosion. I looked up and I saw this just balls of fire that went up both sides of the South Tower and met at the top. And that was a difficult time, because then I realized this was no accident. You hear them trying to help people, and you hear them trapped, and they're transmitting, and they're still being professional, and you hear them gasping for air, and you know they're not coming out.
Area Navy veteran Roger Ennis says he knew this day would come.
Never a doubt in my mind that they would have got it. Never. Especially the SEALs.
But back at Booker, some thoughts are turning to what will happen now that bin Laden is gone.
Most people around the world are elated, just like we are. But there's also some people who don't agree with our politics. They don't agree with, our stances. So
I feel that he was an evil man, and I don't like to see anybody's death. And I guess I think, well, what are the repercussions going to be now?
Reporting in Sarasota County, Grant Boxleitner, SNN Local News 6.
A school district spokesman says Kay Daniels, the teacher in the Booker classroom with President Bush on 9/11, declined requests for news media interviews.